I'm Bill Beaudry, founder of the Challenge Center. What the Challenge Center is all about is to dramatically transform the quality of life of persons with severe mobility disorders through exceptional physical therapy, fitness and wellness programs in an environment of hope and possibility.
Mark Wiedenfeld and I've been coming to Challenge Center for about 2 years. I ended up in a wheelchair, wrecking on a motorcycle out in the desert the day after my wedding. We got married one day, the next day my buddy had his bike out, my wife took it for a spin and she came back and offered me to take it for a spin and I jumped on it and 15 minutes later, I was on the highway to hell. From then on, it was a serious turn of events. Your whole plan of what you thought you had in life, let's try it again. You're starting all over now, so.
Mark had suffered a traumatic brain injury. He had massive cranial fractures and multiple body fractures. On April 19th, on his way to work, he was an avid cyclist, and just, you make one bad decision, and he tried to cross a road, a very busy intersection, when there was a break in the traffic, and he ended up getting broken. So he was in a coma for over 8 months, and almost 2 years and a half in the medical system, that including the nursing home and the intensive rehab.
My name is Cindy Bowerly, and I'm Eleanor Bowerly's daughter-in-law. My mother-in-law had a stroke in August of 2006, and we've been coming to the Challenge Center since her HMO would no longer pay for therapy, which has been a little over 6 months now, actually 9 months, since January of 2008.
I had a stroke 2 years ago. I was in a rehab, and I also was in a therapy with the insurance. And then the insurance cut us off because I guess that was as much as I could go.
Okay, here. So much points off when we're home. So I was for you.
Someone who is 6 years post-injury, maybe they're in a wheelchair, had a spinal cord injury, they might be limited in their insurance paying for further therapies. They might have used all their therapy visits up when they initially had the injury. And quite honestly, they might not have really been up to doing therapy. They might have had a lot of pain, and during the therapy sessions, maybe they didn't make a lot of progress. So, they kind of gave up on therapy or gave up on walking. The insurance isn't willing to pay for them to go to therapy anymore, and then they don't have the resources to go out and go to a private clinic themselves and pay for that out of pocket.
The Challenge Center difference is that there is no time frame here other than what it takes to accomplish the task.
When we come here and I watch what they do with her, it just makes me feel so good inside that I see her building up her confidence.
We came here in January, and I walked in. I came in with a wheelchair, but then one day I told Tiffany what I'm doing, so she says, "You don't need a wheelchair. What do you need a wheelchair for? You could do everything without a wheelchair." And I tried it, and it worked.
It's just so wonderful to see her gaining confidence. They keep building her up. They don't say to her, well, this is as far as you can go. They keep saying, try it. You can do this. You can do this a little bit more, and pushing her a little bit more. And then she does it.
He's gaining a lot of mobility and independence. He couldn't sit on his own on the edge of a bed. He is now in the process of gait training, which means that hopefully he can stand on his own and then take a couple of steps. First, we just wanted him to be in good balance and being able to, to sit up. He reached that goal, and then the therapist came up and said, "Okay, now we need him to start seeing if he can stand up." The way the therapy is set here, your therapist stays with you, and I mean, you become the case of a therapist, and there's a real bond that forms. I mean, it's not only his success, but it's the team's success. And I mean, believe me, when Mark did his first standing up and take the first step, it was me and 2 other people who were crying. I mean, it's a shared experience.
I can do it my way, or I can find a place like this that knows this is the direction you should be on, this is what you need to work on, here's the route you should be going. That's the lot faster route, the correct route, and like I've picked up some bad habits in my own ways of trying to walk that I've had to get rid of to do it the right way.
Who'll beat you down and break your heart.
If we didn't have the Challenge Center, we would be right where we were when therapy ended from the HMO, pushing her around in a wheelchair, saying, "Oh, you're going to get better, you're going to get better," and knowing that nothing's being done to help her get better. So we would not, I don't know, I can't even describe what it would be like if we didn't have the Challenge Center.